Hey guys! So, for this video, I will be answering the questions that you guys have submitted to me, as well as, just seriously guys, thank you so much for all the support. Like, the amount that my channel has grown in the last few days is insane, and I don't even have the words to express how thankful I am. But thank you so much for the 2.5k subs and counting still. It's amazing. So, I have a bunch of questions that you guys have asked me, and I will be answering them while we play this game. Actually, let's go with this. Oh, not that one. Alright, I think that's good. Okay, so let's see. First questions from Samantha. What is your favorite aspect of LEGO Legends? This can be either from the past or the present. So for me, I think my favorite aspect of League isn't really the gameplay, as much as I do love how the game works, and just, like, this is my first and only MOBA. My favorite part about it is that all my, like, close friends, I've met through League. It's become a very big part of my life. It's the whole reason I got into gaming and streaming and, making YouTube videos. I know that just any online community is very toxic. But despite that, I love how it brings people together. Because, eventually you'll meet some really good people, and the people that I love and spend most of my time with, I met through League. So, yeah. And, please feel free to comment down below your answers to any of these questions. I'd love to hear what you guys would say if you were asked these questions. Mana asked, how did you enjoy Code Vein? That video hasn't posted yet, but I did stream it. The VOD is scheduled to be uploaded on YouTube at some point. But I really enjoyed it. I am not good at playing games like that with the whole, dodge aspect and all that, but I actually had a lot of fun. I didn't do too bad in it, unlike with Dark Souls 3. So I would definitely play Code Vein again, and I know I need to continue with that for sure. Let's see. Okay, Anthony asked, what games do you play other than League of Legends? So I play a lot of Animal Crossing. I've been really getting into Borderlands, Teamfight Tactics, of course, Pummel Party, and I do want to get back into playing Destiny 2 and Pokemon at some point. I haven't played the new expansion for Destiny 2, nor have I gotten even close to finishing the storylines for it, and I used to just lose track of time playing it, so I really do want to play that again. And then I'm excited for the new Pokemon expansions that are coming out, I think this month, I believe, so can't wait for that. But I also do enjoy, like, single player simulation games, and have a lot of those that I need to start playing. Also, a big shout out to a bunch of game devs. I've gotten a lot of game keys recently, so there's a lot of things that I need to play still, and probably will stream them first, and if people enjoy it, then possibly I'll try to make videos of it. Maybe use them as practice for, editing, and then post videos like that, the clips, rather than the whole VOD, since, those are hours long. Okay, next question is from Ruji. Where does the name LunariValkyrie come from? Is it a name you came up with? Yes, actually. So, I came up with the name LunariValkyrie on a whim, actually, because my first alias online was Lil the Bunny. Recalling how that came to be isn't a great story, to be honest, but whatever, it is what it is. I'm glad I did move away from that, though. And then, so, So Lunari, I chose Lunari because, well, it is based off of the Lunari from, you know, League of Legends, you know, Diana and all that. I love the moon. I'm not really a big religious person, but if somebody asked me what my religion was, I would say Wiccan. And it's not as bad as people make it out to be. It's honestly very cool. Think of it as being like a hippie in the religion, you know, world, or whatever you would call it. But yes, so I love the moon. I just love the, you know, aesthetic of it and all that. And then Valkyrie comes from the old Norse mythological Valkyries, who were female figures who chose those who may die and live on the battlefield. Those who were chosen to die were taken to the afterlife hall known as Valhalla, and was ruled over by the god Odin. I'm a huge sucker for mythology, and ever since hearing about, you know, Valkyries, I've fallen in love with them. So that's kind of just been my thing. My alias does mean a lot to me. I basically use that alias in every platform possible, unless, you know, the character limit prevents me from doing so, like on Battle.net, sadly. Okay, let's see. Next question is from Dandy. Oh, that's not nice gameplay. Dandy asked, what was your first champion that you loved to play when you first started playing? For me, it was Riven and Twisted Fate, actually. The funny thing about that is that when I first started playing back in Season 3, I mained Riven, and I stopped playing her because I wasn't happy with how much I died. I would get a lot of kills, but I would die a lot, and, you know, I didn't like that, so I ended up moving to mid lane, and my first mid lane main champion was Twisted Fate. I don't play either of those champions anymore, but I do wish to get back into it eventually. Okay. Mast asked, how long have you been playing League to rack up so many skins? Also, how did you and your fiance meet? So, I've been playing League for about 8 years or so, I think. I started back in Season 3, well, really playing it, like, competitively and more seriously, because before, when I first started, my ex got me into playing it, but I mainly only played bot games. So, starting in about Season 3, I started playing for real, like, because I wanted to, and against other people, and fell in love with it ever since. League is always a game that I will probably never stop playing, honestly. Like, unlike other games, I don't get tired of it, or even if I do get tired of it because I get tilted or something, I always will come back. Like, yeah, I don't know how to explain it. It's weird. I never experienced that before, that's why. Okay. And then, as for how me and my fiance met, so we met a couple years ago. Actually, more than a couple years ago. It's been a while now, actually. A mutual friend introduced us, but unfortunately, we actually can't remember who that mutual friend was, other than the fact that we probably, one, aren't friends with them anymore, or two, just haven't kept contact with said person. But anyways, League brought us together. When we met, we, you know, talked all the time, and during that time, she actually developed feelings for me. And I was, unfortunately, with somebody at the time. That person was my first girlfriend. She was my first love, I will say. That's how I was after the fact that I realized I was a lesbian. For those of you who don't know, yes, I'm a lesbian. Through and through. So, anyways, when we met, I wasn't in the greatest relationship. She would never talk to me, even though she was the one who confessed to me. It was really interesting. Like, I don't hate her or anything. We're still technically friends, but she just you know, isn't really a person for like social media and all that, so it's hard to talk. But so she started having feelings for me back then. We were friends and talking for about maybe a year and a half or so. During that year and a half, there was a period in time where we didn't talk for about maybe 6 months or so, and that was because I started working a lot more, was online a lot less, and because of the trip I took with my family to Japan. And during that time that we were, you know, weren't talking, I had broken up with my girlfriend at the time, and you know, was trying to get better, you know, live my life. And then when we started talking again, you know, we just clicked again. We talked for basically 24/7, and then eventually she told me how she felt, that she had developed feelings for me since the beginning, and that she basically waited for me all this time. And one thing led to another, and we ended up getting together. We officially got together April 21st of 2017, and we are officially engaged as of January 18th, which was her birthday. Big shout out to one of our good friends, Posey. He is one of my biggest supporters and also made my recent trip to go and see her possible, which also, you know, enabled me to pop the question while I was up there. I was the one who asked, and she said yes. And we don't have a date for the wedding yet. We still have a lot of things we need to work on, which, you know, especially would be, you know, moving in together, since currently we are still long distance. You know, long distance is rough. I'm in Hawaii, she's in Massachusetts. It's a 6 to 5 hour time difference, depending on if it's daylight savings or not. But we're making it work. Ooh, let's go. I don't even know what the hell is happening. I haven't been paying attention. Trying to answer these questions and play this game was hard. Perhaps I should have done it. Ooh. Goodbye. I should really die, actually. Alright, cool. Worth it. Alright, take that and that. And... okay. Next question comes from Alex. What is your life like? As in daily activities and what you do for fun. Okay, so for me, I'm either working, sleeping, streaming, recording, or trying to de-stress. What I like to do for fun is, you know, obviously play video games. If it's not playing video games, I like to roleplay, write stories, make OCs, which are original characters. I also like to world build with friends, so that, you know, my characters have a place to be. If you are interested in what kind of stories I do write, please check out my Patreon. I will link that down below. My friend Kayla. Hi, baby. That's my niece, sorry. So my friend draws, and then I write based on our characters. I'm recording right now. Can you please take her? Sorry, my darling. I'm a little bit busy. I'll play with her later. Hello. Oh, I had my package. What am I doing? I'm not Brian. Sorry. I'll get back to answering your questions in a minute. Alright, there we go. That went well. Cool. Okay. Okay, Big Z asked, who's your favorite JoJo Bizarre Adventure character? So, I actually haven't watched too much of JoJo's. I think I've watched the first 2 seasons. I do enjoy it, I just haven't had the time to finish watching it. Especially since there's just so many other things that I would like to watch as well. But so far my favorite character is Lisa. No surprise there, you know. She's pretty badass. Pretty cool. Ow. Okay. Pentanox asks, what are your thoughts on unpopular champions like Skarner and Rowley and so? I feel like it's a shame that they're unpopular champions, to be honest. I actually enjoy playing Skarner. I don't play him often, but when I have played him, I do enjoy him. I would like to, you know, start playing him again. As for Aurelian Soul, I've never really played him, so, but I do know that, like, he has a very high skill cap, and if you know, you put practice into it and you know how to play him, you can pull off some pretty cool stuff, and I have respect for people who can do that, because as I am right now, I can't. But I would love to learn someday, you know? Okay, moving on. Brendan asked, what's your least favorite skin line? I don't really have a least favorite skin line, but if I'm going based off of aesthetics alone, I would say Vandal, just because it's, you know, it's a really old skin line, and I would like to see, you know, updates to it, or even new additions to that line. Mayhem asked, what are some of your favorite ships? So my favorite ships, or as other people may know it as, is OTPs. My absolute favorite is Cat and Syndrome. It's not something that a lot of people would think of course. That's a ship that's you know, personal and I hold very dear to me. It's because it happened because of well, back in my old Tumblr role-playing days. That's where it stemmed off from, and just because of that, and just thinking about it a lot, and seeing characters for more than just what they are in the game, that's what caused it. So if you see anything written or, you know, art of it, it's something that I've commissioned. I've created this ship, and I will drown with it. Any art you see of it has either been a gift or a commission that I've gotten from someone, and the stories are either written by me or as a gift to me. I also, of course, enjoy Caitlyn and Vi, Leona and Diana, Elise and Zyra, Sona and Ari, and Nami and Misfortune. They're pretty basic, and yes, they're all all lesbian ships. Bite me. I like what I like, okay? I am a raging lesbian. Sue me. Just kidding, please don't. I don't have money. I'm broke. Okay? Also, guys, remember, people can like what they like. Okay? Everybody has their own opinion. Let it be. If you don't agree with it, you don't agree with it. That's okay. Mayhem also asked, what is your favorite fan-made music for League? So my favorite fan-made music for League has to be the This Is War series by Falcon Shield. I'm super, you know, sad to know that they broke up and they won't be continuing with the series, because it was my favorite. My favorite from their series is Piltover vs. Zon. Perhaps one day I will work up the courage to, you know, sing it for you guys. I do it on stream a lot and on my own time. I'm not good at singing. I don't care what anybody else says. I don't think I'm a good singer. And I have I guess a short tongue, so speaking fast or singing fast, especially rapping, is not my forte. But I try my best anyways. Some other, if you guys like League of Legends related music though, I definitely would recommend channels like Instalog, Plentakill, the Yordles. They're really good. Ooh, that's some damage. We're losing. Is it because I'm not really paying? It's because I'm talking and I'm paying attention. Maybe it's my fault. Okay, Augustina? I hope I'm saying that correctly, but they asked, what role do you main? Oops. Oh shit. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. Okay, so what role do you main and what's your favorite champion? I can play about any lane. Top is my worst, and support is my best. I have a ton of favorite champs, but out of all of them, I can play Nami and Lysandra the best. They're probably my safest picks. And before you guys call me an e-girl, don't. It doesn't even make sense. Okay? Be kind, be nice to each other, okay? And you know what? I'm gonna try a different build in this one where it's not like we're winning anyways, so I'm gonna do this. Because, why not? Okay. What is your favorite skin? My favorite skin is probably gonna be Project Katarina, because thanks to some close friends of mine, I've gotten to meet the some of the artists behind Katarina, as well as the you know, the artists who did Project Cat, Espen and Alvin. I met them personally. Super cool guys, by the way. But also because my close friends that I was talking about, Jojo and Glenn, they are husband and wife, but Jojo is an amazing cosplayer. If you ever have the chance, definitely check her out. I will link her her Instagram. Oh, that was my bad. I thought we were still going in. Whoops. I will link her Instagram down in the description. But she makes an amazing Katarina. And honestly, she makes whatever she cosplays, she looks amazing in. And I love them to death. They are so good to me. We actually happened to meet at a local convention here in Hawaii, but they you know, they live in Cali because they both work for Blizzard. Jojo, though, I met her when she worked at Riot, and when I visited one of my best friends up in Cali, she was able to give me a tour of Riot, and it was super cool. If you guys ever want to see those pictures, I do have them on Instagram, and my Instagram is linked below as well. Okay, next question is from Marwan. Can you start making gameplays or have polls for the community to vote what I play? Of course. So I actually have a series in the works. It's going to be a very long, ongoing series. It will air this Tuesday and will continue to air every Tuesday. So it's basically going to be me playing every champion in every role. So 5 videos per champion. I'm going to start with the A's and work my way from there. So I'm going to cycle through all the all the champions starting with A. Play them in top lane. Once I get to the last champion in A, then I will cycle back to the beginning and go to jungle. And then once I do all the champions in A in every role, I will move on to B and so forth. That's gonna be 700 something videos, guys, so I hope you guys enjoy it and will stick with me through it, because it's gonna take a couple of years. Especially with them adding new champions, you know? So, I will also be, it's gonna be raw takes most likely, so it's gonna be the whole gameplay, no edits, and I will be posting the video whether it is a good or bad game for me, win or lose. So please don't hate, guys. Don't be toxic, because I'm not a pro player in the slightest. So of course I'm gonna have bad games. You know, not everybody's perfect. So no flame. This actually is taking a lot longer than I expected, but that's okay. Probably do like one more. Okay, Dalmatian asks, you got an Instagram or any cosplay pics? So I do have an Instagram. I'm on basically all major social media platforms like Twitch, Discord, Twitter, and Instagram. All of that is linked below. You can also find it. It also links my social medias in the bottom right corner of like the channel, the YouTube channel art, the banner that I have when you go to my channel. It's over there in the corner that you can click on. Okay, couple more questions. Ronnie asked, what are your top 5 favorite champions? Aside from Nami and Lysandra from the previous question, I'd have to say Syndra, Katarina, Ziggs, Senna, and Morgana. I would say personally, I think I do pretty well on them, and they're very fun to play. And I also enjoy their lore, to be honest. Okay, and then let's see. Elko asked, besides Garrett and Cat, what is your most hated ship? Hands down, Syndra and Zed. And again, I am not judging anybody who does like those ships. You guys can like what you like. I just personally am not a fan. I totally am okay with them being friends, and but I don't see them meshing well together as a couple at all. But that's me. What has been your favorite full champion rework and your least favorite? So my favorite champion reworks are kind of a tie between Akali, Evelynn, and Galio. I like Akali's rework because I feel like when you are able to pull off a play, it does feel a lot more fulfilling than her, her old kit. She is still pretty OP, but it still takes skill. Evelynn, I love her visual update. I mean, I loved her before, but I love her even more now. She's just so cool. And Galio, I never really played him back then, so I didn't really know his kit. But with his rework, I love his kit. I play him a lot, and I would love to play him more. And as for my least favorite, I would have to say Soraka and Fiora. Soraka because I miss being able to give people mana. I miss the mana aspect. I thought that was really cool. And for Fiora, mainly because I loved, ulting people in the tower, and then also laughing when I die under tower because I ulted. But also because I'm just not used to her rework, and I can't play her as well as I used to. But gotta practice. Practice makes perfect. But thank you guys to all of you who submitted questions. Appreciate you all. I hope you enjoyed my answers, I guess. And if you do have any other questions, please comment them down below, as well as if you want to give your answers to the questions that were asked to me. Love to hear your guys' take on them. And if I do get more questions in the comments, I'll hopefully make another Q&A. I hope you did like I tried my best to talk while playing the game, but it was a little hard, so I might do it differently the next time. But I know somebody did ask previously about my champion masteries, and this is my champion masteries. Nami is by far my most played champion with over 500,000 points, and then I have a bunch of mastery 7s. There's a bunch that I need to get though. I don't play this game nearly as much, so I haven't really gotten any new, upgraded masteries yet. But I'm working on it. There's definitely a lot of champions that I do need to play or try to play, because there's like, if you go all the way to the bottom, I haven't played these guys very much or like at all. But hopefully with the upcoming series, I will, discover some new champions that I like, and we'll play more often. Anyways, guys, love you all. Hope you enjoyed the video. And if you're new, please hit that subscribe button and turn those notifications on. It would mean the world to me. And I look forward to reading your comments. And don't forget, praise the moon.